Search used to begin with a page of links. Now, more often, it begins with an answer. A user asks a question, and instead of opening 10 tabs, comparing sources, and piecing everything together, they get a summary. Sometimes it includes citations. Sometimes it suggests follow-up questions. Sometimes it gives a recommendation before the user ever visits a website. That creates a quiet but serious problem for anyone who depends on search. For years, the SEO playbook followed a familiar path: rank on Google, earn the click, then convert the visitor. But in the AI search era, that path is becoming less predictable. A user may ask Google, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, or another AI search tool to summarize the answer first. They may compare products inside the AI response. They may trust the sources the system chooses to show. Or they may never see your site at all, so the question is no longer just, can my page rank? The better question is, can my content become part of the answer? That is the shift, and it is why creators, marketers, bloggers, freelancers, SEO professionals, and online business owners need a new SEO playbook. Not because SEO is dead, that claim is too simple, and probably wrong. The real issue is more practical. SEO is expanding beyond page rankings. It is becoming a visibility system across Google search, AI overviews, ChatGPT search, Perplexity, Gemini, and the answer engines that now sit between the user and the web. This matters now because AI search is moving from experiment to normal behavior. Google has AI features inside search. OpenAI has ChatGPT search. Perplexity built its product around answer-based search with citations. Gemini is closely connected to Google's ecosystem. More AI tools are becoming research tools, shopping tools, writing tools, and decision tools at the same time. That changes how people discover information. In the old workflow, the user did most of the work. They searched a keyword, they opened multiple pages, they skimmed articles, they compared sources, then they decided what was useful. Now, AI is doing more of that work before the click happens. That matters because visibility is no longer only about getting traffic. A brand, creator, or website can influence a decision inside an AI-generated answer, or it can be filtered out before the user ever knows it exists. For content creators, that is uncomfortable. For SEO professionals, it creates a new layer of strategy. For businesses, it changes how customers research products, compare services, and decide who to trust. And for freelancers or agencies, it creates a new kind of service opportunity, helping clients improve visibility not only in search rankings, but in AI-generated answers, cited summaries, and research workflows. But the important part is this: the new SEO playbook is not about chasing every new acronym, GEO, AEO, AI SEO, Answer Engine Optimization, Generative Engine Optimization. Some of these labels can be useful, but they can also become a distraction. The deeper shift is not forget SEO. The shift is upgrade SEO for a world where AI summarizes, compares, cites, and filters information before the user reaches your page. The old way was built around keywords. You found keywords, you checked competitors, you wrote content around search intent, you optimized headings, metadata, internal links, and page structure. Then you tried to rank. A lot of that still matters. Technical SEO still matters. Fast pages still matter. Clear titles still matter. Indexability still matters. Authority still matters. Helpful content still matters. But the role of content is changing. In the old playbook, a page could win by being the best page for a keyword. In the AI search era, content may also need to become the best supporting source for an answer. That is a different job. A keyword is short. A real user problem is bigger. Someone may not search best CRM software. They may ask, what is the best CRM for a solo consultant who needs email follow-up, simple automation, and low monthly cost. That is not just a keyword, that is a full intent profile. And when people search like that, then content becomes weaker. Generic articles become easier to ignore. Pages that only repeat what everyone else says may not add enough value. The new playbook is about making content useful to humans and understandable to AI systems. That means content has to answer a real question clearly. It has to show evidence where evidence is needed. It has to include specific examples, trade-offs, definitions, and limitations. It has to be structured well enough that the main idea is easy to extract without losing context. And it still has to be good enough for a human to trust. Most people miss this. AI search does not simply reward content production. It rewards content usefulness, and usefulness is harder to fake. That is why use AI to create more content is not a strategy by itself. A better strategy is to use AI for better research, better structure, better comparison, better updating, and better judgment. This is where the workflow changes. The process starts before writing. Instead of asking, "What keyword should I target?" ask, "What decision is the user trying to make?" That one question changes the entire content workflow. If the user is choosing a tool, they need comparisons, use cases, limitations, and trade-offs. If they are learning a concept, they need a clear explanation, examples, and a realistic next step. If they are trying to solve a problem, they need diagnosis, options, risks, and practical guidance. AI can help map those intent layers faster. ChatGPT can help brainstorm angles, user questions, and content structure. Claude can help analyze long documents, competitor pages, or messy research notes. Gemini can be useful when the workflow connects to Google products or Google search behavior. Perplexity can help with source discovery and quick research trails. Google search still matters for checking what ranks, what appears in search results, and what competitors are actually publishing. But none of these tools replaces judgment. They support the workflow. The human still decides what is accurate, what is useful, what is original, and what should be published. A practical AI SEO workflow starts with the real user problem behind the search. Not just the keyword, but the decision, fear, confusion, or task behind it. The new research the topic across search results, AI answers, competitor pages, and credible sources. The new look for what is missing. Maybe the existing content is too generic. Maybe it does not compare options clearly. Maybe it ignores limitations. Maybe it answers the beginner question, but not the practical workflow question. After that, you build the content around clarity, direct explanations, specific examples, clear trade-offs, honest limitations, human judgment where it matters. Then you update the content over time because AI tools, search features, and user expectations keep changing. The real value is not the tool itself, it is the system behind it. Take AI SEO research as the first example. The old process was slow. You searched keywords, opened competing pages, copied notes, checked intent, looked at related questions, and tried to understand what the market wanted. AI changes that by helping summarize patterns faster. A marketer can use AI to compare common content angles, cluster user questions, identify missing sections, and turn messy research into a clearer brief. The realistic benefit is speed, not perfection. You still need to verify live search results. You still need to inspect competitors manually. You still need to check whether the AI summary reflects what users actually see in search. And if search volume or ranking data matters, you still need proper SEO tools. The second use case is content planning. The old workflow often started with keywords first. The new workflow starts with questions, problems, and decision points. Instead of making one generic article like Best AI Writing Tools, a stronger workflow might split the topic by real use cases. AI tools for long-form writing, AI tools for SEO briefs, AI tools for YouTube scripts, AI tools for research, and AI tools for editing. AI can help organize that map. It can suggest clusters. It can show where one topic is too broad. It can help turn a large idea into a practical content system, but the creator still needs to decide what deserves its own page or video. Not every AI-generated idea is worth publishing. Some topics are too thin, some are repetitive. Some only exist because the model is trying to be helpful. The third use case is making content more site-worthy. A generic article is easy to ignore. A useful article gives clear definitions, structured comparisons, real examples, source-backed claims, and honest limitations. If you are writing about AI agents for small business, the weak version says, AI agents will automate everything. The stronger version explains what agents can realistically do. They may help sort leads, summarize customer messages, draft follow-ups, trigger workflows, and escalate exceptions to a human. That kind of content is more useful for readers. It is also easier for answer systems to understand because the claims are specific. The fourth use case is refreshing old content. Many websites have articles that ranked well years ago but now feel outdated. AI can help audit those pages. It can point out unclear definitions, outdated sections, weak introductions, missing comparisons, or areas where the content does not answer modern questions. But before publishing updates, manual checking is still required. AI may suggest changes that sound reasonable but are not accurate. It may miss context. It may recommend adding sections that do not actually help the reader. The fifth use case is YouTube research. This shift is not only about blogs. A creator can use the new SEO Playbook to research video topics. Instead of asking, "What keyword should this video rank for?" the stronger question is, "What problem is the viewer trying to solve, and what answer is still missing?" For a channel like AI Workflow, that means turning a topic like AI SEO into a practical workflow explanation, not just a news reaction. The goal is not to repeat the trend. The goal is to explain how the trend changes work. The sixth use case is freelance and agency services. Freelancers can use this shift to offer better research briefs, content audits, AI search visibility checks, and workflow redesigns. But the credible version does not promise guaranteed AI citations. No one can guarantee that. The credible service is helping clients improve content quality, structure, clarity, authority, and usefulness across search experiences. Now compare this with the old way. Manual SEO is still valuable because it forces you to look at real search behavior. Google search still shows the competitive landscape. It shows what formats appear, what competitors publish, and what the search engine appears to consider relevant. ChatGPT is useful for ideation, outlining, summarizing, and scenario-based thinking. But it can be wrong, outdated, or too confident. Claude can be useful for longer analysis and editing workflows, especially when you give it detailed context or documents. But it still needs fact-checking. Gemini can be useful inside Google-connected workflows. But the quality still depends on the task, the context, and the information available. Perplexity can be useful for source-led research because it is built around cited answers. But citations in AI search are not perfect. A citation can appear useful and still fail to fully support the claim being made. Compared with human freelancers, AI is faster at first drafts, summarization, clustering, and ideation. But humans are still needed for positioning, judgment, taste, originality, expert insight, client context, and final responsibility, so the balanced view is simple. AI can make the SEO workflow faster. It can make research broader. It can make planning more systematic, but it does not automatically make content better. Bad inputs still create bad outputs. Generic prompts still create generic content. Publishing more pages does not mean creating more value. Before you rebuild your SEO process around AI, There is one major limitation. Nobody fully controls AI search visibility. You can improve your odds by creating useful, accurate, well-structured, trustworthy content. But you cannot force Google, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, or any other AI system to cite your page. That is why hype is dangerous. When someone says SEO is dead, they are usually oversimplifying. When someone says GEO will replace SEO, they may be repackaging old fundamentals under a new label. When someone says one content format will guarantee AI citations, be careful. AI search systems are still changing. Their outputs can vary by query, source availability, model updates, product design, and the way the user asks the question. Another risk is outdated data. AI tools may summarize old information unless they are connected to fresh sources. Even when they can access the web, they can misread information, omit context, or cite a source that does not fully support the answer. Another risk is generic content. If everyone uses the same AI tools to create the same summaries, the web fills with average content. That makes originality more valuable, not less. There is also a privacy risk. Do not paste private client data, unpublished strategies, sensitive analytics, or confidential business documents into AI tools without understanding the privacy settings and policies of the tool you are using. And there is the risk of over-automation. SEO is not just production, it is strategy. It is understanding the audience. It is choosing the right topics. It is knowing what not to publish. It is recognizing when a topic needs a real test, an expert quote, original data, a strong opinion, or human experience. AI can support that process, but it should not replace responsibility. The new SEO playbook is not about abandoning Google. It is not about chasing every AI acronym, and it is not about mass-producing AI content. The real shift is this: search is becoming more answer-based, more conversational, more summarized, and more assisted by AI. So, your content has to work in a world where the user may see the answer before they see your website. That means the future of SEO belongs to people who can combine strong research, clear structure, and human judgment. For creators, this means making content that answers deeper questions, not just keywords. For marketers, it means building content systems that support trust and decision-making. For freelancers, it means selling better workflows, not just more words. For SEO professionals, it means expanding from ranking pages to earning visibility inside AI-assisted discovery. And for online business owners, it means understanding that your best content may need to serve both a human reader and an AI system that summarizes the web for that reader. The practical action is simple. Take one important page, article, or video topic in your business. Do not start by asking, "What keyword should I rank for?" Start by asking, "What decision is the viewer trying to make?" Then rebuild the content around that decision, add the missing context. Clarify the answer, show the trade-offs. Include real examples, mention the limitations. Make it useful enough that a human trusts it, and structured enough that an AI system can understand it. That is the new SEO playbook. Not more content, better answers.